Hi guys, I'm back again with some more stories for you today. Let's go to the first one about OP's stepdaughter, who is having her wedding in OP's and her husband's backyard, and OP just found out that they are not invited. Listen to the story to find out why, and of course to hear my insights. Enjoy the stories, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, don't forget to leave a comment. My stepdaughter, 24, is getting married. I've been in her life since she was 8. We get along great. We had the teen drama. Dear husband had primary custody, and his cheating baby mama was baby mama. Dear husband and I were stable. We both had careers and were able to put stepdaughters through college. Baby mama would tell stepdaughter she didn't have enough money to eat, and that dear husband needed to give her money. Anyway, stepdaughter is getting married, and dear husband and I are gifting $15,000. She's asked us if she can have the ceremony in our backyard, and then the reception will be elsewhere. We of course told her she could have it here. Stepdaughter was excited to go wedding dress shopping, and we had plans to make it a whole girls' weekend. Yesterday, dear husband got a receipt from stepdaughter and told him he could write her a check for the dress. She ended up dress shopping 3 weeks ago with baby mama and her future mother-in-law's family. I wasn't invited because baby mama was uncomfortable. Dear husband saw the wedding invitation proof. Stepdaughter has baby mama and her stepdad on the invite, but no mention of me or dear husband. Stepdaughter said the invitation would be unbalanced because her fiancé's parents were still married. Stepdaughter also told dear husband that baby mama would refuse to attend the wedding if dear husband walked stepdaughter down the aisle, or if I'm in attendance. Stepdaughter texted dear husband, asking us to leave our home for a few hours so that baby mama and future mother-in-law won't be uncomfortable. Bio siblings, 15 and 17, her half-brothers, are also not invited because it would be awkward for stepdaughter. Stepdaughter's stepsisters on baby mama's side are in the wedding. Dear husband is fuming. He wants to take his money back and tell stepdaughter and baby mama to go to hell. I don't want stepdaughter to think there's a financial implication to our love, but it's hard being treated like nothing more than an ATM. I feel like stepdaughter is too old to play the game she's doing, and I don't think it's okay that I'm going to be unwelcome in my house. Not sure what to do. I don't want to stress stepdaughter out, so I kind of want to gracefully bow out. I also don't want my boys to be hurt. Advice, anyone? That's all kinds of wrong. I'm astounded by stepdaughter's audacity to inflict her mother's insane demands. Honestly, if I was in OP's shoes, I would tell stepdaughter that she can no longer have any part of her wedding at my house since OP, her father, and their children have been uninvited. I would also refuse to put any more money into this event, on the same grounds. OP was trying to help in the celebration of her relationship, but now OP has been uninvited from the celebration. Stepdaughter is an adult, so OP can talk to her like an adult. OP can tell her this behavior is disrespectful to OP's entire family, and that OP won't tolerate being treated like an ATM and free wedding location. She can live with the consequences. Let's see if the community agrees with me. Thin Mint says, I get that you don't want to make it seem like the $15,000 offer had strings attached, but come on. You and her dad were offering to gift her that money and allow her to use your home because of the familiar relationship you all share. If she isn't going to respect or acknowledge that relationship, then the gifts you were offering are not appropriate. iSerious says, I think I would say, okay, if we're not invited, we won't be paying any more money, and you'll also need to find alternate locations for the ceremony. You can keep what we've given you so far. I tell her this is rude and inconsiderate, and if her mother is making these crazy demands, maybe stepdaughter needs to think about why she is continuing to involve her. It is traditional to put the people who are paying for the wedding on the invitation. If we're not on the invitation, we must not be paying. I'd express disappointment and concern, because it seems like stepdaughter knows you guys will still love her, and she's concerned her mother will not. A session or two of family therapy wouldn't hurt y'all right now. Starlight Drive says, oh my God. I'd take my $15K and use it on literally anything else. I cannot even comprehend the level of ungrateful selfishness going on here. I'm sorry she's being so hurtful. I'm with your dear husband. My stepkids are generally good kids. They don't color on the walls or hit each other or steal or any of the behavioral issues that most of you lament. They have many excellent qualities. Stepdaughter 7 is one of my favorite people, and stepdaughter 12 can be nice when she's getting her way or getting attention. She's an extremely controlling person. She refuses to do chores. She eats with her hands. She's just really spoiled, which is not her fault. Whatever. I avoid her because she picks on everyone when she doesn't have control. But we don't actively fight. I leave her alone. She leaves me alone. We both count the days until she turns 18. Last week, my mother died. Ovarian cancer. Stepdaughter 7 and I cuddled on the couch a few sweet times. I love that kid. Stepdaughter 12 has been smart, kind enough to stay out of my way. Until today. Stepdaughter 12 asked if I was inheriting my mom's money. Sure, yes. Not really the number one issue on my mind right now, but I get why a kid would be curious. She gave me a ducking list. A list of things she wants me to buy her. With money I inherit from my mom who just died. Name brand crap, makeup, braces, a car. I felt my face burning. I felt myself ready to scream. Duck these parents who spoiled her. And you know what? It's not even her parents' fault anymore. Stepdaughter 12 is old enough to know better. Anyone with any common decency would know not to do that. I'm tired of blaming her parents. She's 12, not 2. I'm not proud of this, but I ripped up the list in front of her face. I didn't yell at her, just tore the paper and threw it at her. That was probably bad. I don't care. I don't care. I'm tired of being expected to be perfect while her bio parents let all her behavior slide. They do absolutely nothing when she demands shopping trips or picks on her sister, but I have to be perfect. I do love dear wife. I love stepdaughter 7 like my own. I love bio son 1. I can't leave. In 6 years, stepdaughter 12 is going to leave. I will pay for her bedroom until then, but the minute that clock turns midnight on her 18th birthday, she's out of my house. I'm so tired of this spoiled little princess. At 12, she absolutely should have the sense to know that behavior is rude and unacceptable. Clearly, she doesn't. I think OP let her off easy. The kid is lucky she still has a roof over her head. It sounds like a sociopath in the making. I would seriously consider getting her in therapy because she clearly lacks any kind of empathy. Let's hear the community's opinion. Left Hand says, I would have told her your inheritance wasn't her business when she first asked. Now, a simple, it's very rude to assume you have any claim to my inheritance is enough. Petite Loulette says, I actually think ripping up the list was the right move. It sends a strong symbolic message about what is and isn't appropriate. It's violent towards an idea, but not towards a person. Good job. Sarah No's favorite song says, I would have used this moment to tell stepdaughter 12 that you're grieving, and it's not appropriate to discuss your deceased mom's money with you. It isn't anyone else's business, and it is extremely rude and inappropriate. She needs to learn that isn't how you speak to other human beings, not only in your family, but that exist in the world. I, 27 female, just moved into a new home with my fiancé, 31 male, and my daughter, 4. I have custody of my daughter, but her father gets 1 overnight per week, Saturday afternoon through Sunday evening. Since I moved, our pickup drop-off arrangement has changed. We have agreed that I will drop my daughter off at my ex's house on Saturday. He will drop her off at my house on Sunday. Last night when they arrived, my ex brought my daughter to the door and asked if his stepdaughter, 3 years old, could come in to pee. Of course I said yes. My ex's wife, 25 female, then brought her daughter in, helped her pee, and then my daughter excitedly asked to show her sister her new room. I said yes, and then spent maybe 10 minutes talking with the wife. We try to maintain a sort of friendship and co-parent very well together, so this isn't out of the norm. My fiancé, upon first seeing my ex standing in the mudroom, angrily whispered to me that he's not allowed in our house. That didn't pose a problem, as my ex left after just saying goodbye to my daughter. However, after his wife and I started talking, my fiancé stormed upstairs and locked himself in the bedroom. After she left, I told him they'd gone, and he was pissed. He told me that they were not allowed in the house. I explained that the 3-year-old needed to pee, and he flat out said, I don't care, that's not my kid, and I get final say of who uses my bathroom. I don't feed her, there's no connection, they are not welcome. I explained that my daughter sees the 3-year-old as her sister, and that is the most important connection. That's her little sister, and I'm not going to refuse a child when she needs to go to the bathroom. He blew up and said that he doesn't care about the kids. The adults are the ones unconnected, and he won't allow entry to his home by them or any of their offspring. I'm absolutely livid. I work, I pay bills, I cook, I clean, I pull my own weight while coordinating so much else on a regular basis. I work hard to maintain a civil relationship with my ex's wife, purely for my daughter's benefit. My daughter deserves to have parents and bonus parents who love her and co-parent effectively. I honestly do not think that I'm wrong here, and I feel this is the hill I'm willing to die on. I'm beyond angry, and honestly need to know, am I the a-hole? I really think OP is not in the wrong here. It's a 3-year-old kid that had to use the bathroom, and that OP's daughter clearly sees as a sister, and wanted to briefly show off her bedroom. OP wasn't hosting her for an extended time, but I can't help but wonder if it's been previously established by OP's fiancé that they are not allowed in the house. It seems to me that this temper tantrum caught OP off guard, and that he is trying to execute control in a situation that he doesn't have control of to make himself feel better. Arthur Bird says, "Not the a-hole. Honestly, it's a huge red flag when a new partner is obsessively hateful about an ex, or trots out that, 'not my kid, who cares if they need the bathroom,' or 'I pay for this thing, so matter who needs help, I have zero obligations.' What that says to me, possessiveness and bad gender ideas. Any person of the opposite gender is a threat. Partner can't really be trusted. Selfishness, bad social values, transactional mentality, obsessed with money and the idea that power should stem from money. Do you really want to be dealing with this attitude for the rest of your life? How will it affect your daughter to see her sister and her father treated that way?" Platypus and Pibble says, "Not the a-hole. Your soon-to-be ex-fiancé is so much the a-hole here. Where does he get off disenfranchising you in your ownership of the home? As you said, you live there too, you pay bills, etc. I'm worried about what he thinks of your daughter. Does he consider us less than? He is really inhumane in refusing to allow your daughter's half-sister to use the bathroom. He is also incredibly immature, locking himself in the bathroom then blowing up at you? Not cool. You are doing the right thing by maintaining a good co-parenting relationship. That is the most worthwhile goal here. Keep doing what you are doing, and you should get yourself into individual counseling, and you and fiancé into couples counseling. He needs help." Atomic Alex Zero says, "Your relationship with your fiancé should die on this hill. You are the adult in this room. Time to leave the room and find another adult. You are a good mom, not the a-hole." This happened over the weekend, and she still isn't talking to me. So here we go. My friend, 24 female, is getting married next year and is spending what I think is a ridiculous amount on a wedding dress. She doesn't have a high-paying job. She's a public school teacher and lives on a tight budget. Her fiancé makes more money. He's in tech. But she told me they're splitting the cost of the wedding, 1/3 her parents, 1/3 his parents, 1/3 them as a couple. So it's not like his salary is covering this dress. We were out to brunch with a group of friends when her wedding came up, and she got out her phone to show us her wedding dress that she recently committed to. I was expecting something normal, a photo of her in a dress in a bridal shop, but it was just a sketch. She then dropped the bomb that she's working with a designer to make a brand new dress from scratch. This shocked me because she has never mentioned this before, and I asked some follow-up questions about who the designer is, where she's getting this done, and how much it costs. And that's when she dropped the $10,000 amount. I told her that was way too much to spend on a dress, and she got super defensive. She's trying to justify it as her chance to try out fashion design, because she's the one who sketched this thing, and it's apparently her dream dress from a design perspective that couldn't be purchased anywhere else. Here's where I might be the a-hole, because I didn't let it go. I told her that if she can't sew it herself, she can't call it her dress, because the actual designer is going to be the one doing all the work, and it's wasteful to spend that much money on a vanity project. She took this poorly and shut down the rest of the outing. And one of our other friends texted me after and told me that I was being an a-hole for telling her what she could or couldn't afford to do. The friend also told me that apparently they got their venue for free because it's owned by her fiancé's family, and that the $10,000 for the dress was originally earmarked for the venue, and that's what they're spending it on. But I still think it's way too much money to spend on a dress, because the venue would be for everyone, but the dress is only for her. I probably shouldn't have confronted her about the cost in public, and I'm willing to apologize for that. But come on, this is way too much money for a public school teacher to spend on a dress, right? Maybe a walrus says, I told her that if she can't sew it herself, she can't call it her dress. Do you think all clothes designers sew their clothes themselves? Of course not. You're the a-hole. Your friend can handle her finances however she wants. You are out of line. Also, shaming her for not being a designer because she didn't make the dress just makes you sound jealous. Boy OD says, "You're the a-hole. This is none of your ducking business. Stay in your lane and shut up. In case you forgot, this is your friend's wedding. You don't get a say. You can have an opinion, but if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Did it feel good to rain on her parade like that?" Charlie says, "You're the a-hole. It's none of your business what kind of dress she gets. It's none of your business what it costs. It is none of your business how it's paid for if you're not one of the people who's contributing to it." All of this, the criticizing of the cost and the nitpicking about the design, these are things that literally only serve to make you feel like you're right and she's wrong. Why would you put that energy into your friend's life as she prepares for her wedding? You've got a nerve calling yourself her friend. Edit update. I don't hate teachers. I'm also a teacher. Final update. It's clear that my friend and I need to part ways, even if everyone thinks I'm an a-hole for doing so. Her morals and values have changed since meeting her fiancé, and I miss the person she used to be, who would never have spent this much time or energy on flashy clothing. I've been more than polite to her fiancé and his family, but I'm realizing through this post and your comments, the few of you that have been compassionate, helpful, that attending the wedding would be nauseating.